Hey guys, it's your girl Londyn, and today we have an exciting video. We have a new Colourpop launch, I know, and this one is very tropical, very summery, and I'm kind of really into it. So, this is launching today, and it is going to be going at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I will list all the prices down in a pinned comment below so that you guys know how much everything costs. But this is the Colourpop Lush in Paradise collection. So again, we're very tropical, we're very summery, we're getting into it. This entire collection, they say, has their brand new pressed powder palette, and it delivers a rich rainforest hues to create a canopy of lush looks, mixing shimmery metallics with bright pops of mattes. So there are no pressed glitters in this palette. Thank goodness, because I know many of you do not like the pressed glitters. They also have some Lux Glosses. So they are swipe on sweet new shades to instantly drench your lips with a cushiony, soft, hydrating shine infused with good for you antioxidants. I really do like their glosses. I have noticed sometimes they're slightly sticky, but the short, fat ones are the best glosses. Their original glosses, which were the kind of tall, thin ones with the kind of weird, almost paintbrush applicator, those were trash garbage. The short, fat ones are much better. My favorites are the lip oils. Those are amazing. The next thing that they have are some more serum blushes. Now, we have seen them start doing this quite frequently, and I have to say, I did open the colors, and they really are reminiscent of the colors I got. Ooh, can't even remember what set it was from. But they are kind of looking very similar. And what I can tell you is that you don't need to purchase really multiples of these blushes, because a little, and I'm talking about a little bit, goes a long way with these serum blushes. And like right now I have the 3 that came here and the 3 I have from a prior PR box. There's no way I can use up 6 of these serum blushes probably ever. There's just, the product doesn't look like a lot, but you need so little of it, it really is going to last. So it says our buildable, blendable liquid blush formula delivers a flush of color in new pillowy soft shades, rich in hyaluronic acid and antioxidant rich vitamins C and E for a healthy looking glow. The last thing that we have here are some more gel liners. Now, I love the gel liners. I have pretty much all of them that they have done, but they're gel liners. There's only but so many colors, and then you can really only do so many finishes. So they are starting to get slightly repetitive with them. So these are Tropic Like It's Hot, like that pun, with these new super lush shades for a dramatic looking, long lasting, transfer proof. That's always key. Wear perfect for a paradise getaway. So again, very cute, very tropical, super adorable. This was gifted to me in PR. This did come in the mailbox, and I was very shocked because I never know when Colourpop is going to send me PR, and that is kind of the downside to PR. So I absolutely love and adore that Colourpop provides me with PR. I feel extremely blessed. But a lot of times what happens is I end up purchasing the products because I don't know that I'm getting PR. And I know why they can't tell you you're necessarily getting PR, but at the same time, I live on the East Coast. They're on the West Coast. So sometimes I actually get the PR a day or two after the launches happen, and I've already put in my order. And frequently I end up with doubles. And I probably have at least 10 palettes of doubles that I then gift to my sister and her friends and kind of let them go through and choose what they want, because I can't utilize them because I ended up getting PR and I ended up purchasing them. So let's go ahead, and I feel like every time I come on camera I'm doing this, but I always feel like my brushes are like leaving these little layers behind. It's really obnoxious. Let's get into the lip glosses first, because I feel like I need to put some gloss on my lips. I really hate when they're like this because I feel like I don't know, it's weird. So the first one we have is going to be Vonda, and they all come in this cute little packaging, which I absolutely do adore. And these are the short, fat glosses, like I was telling you guys. And this is what it looks like. I love the packaging. One thing Colourpop is really good at is freaking packaging. They very rarely miss the mark. More times than not, they hit it straight on, and I just really love this entire motif that we have going here. This is kind of like not a hot pink, but kind of like a pinky orangey. I don't really want to say fluorescent. I don't really actually know how to describe it, but let's see. So it does have a bit of a stick, and see, this is the short fat wand, so I like this. So let's see what this looks like. Let's see. This does not feel sticky, but it does feel kind of thick. So I think if you were to layer this on a little bit too much, you definitely might end up getting some stick to it. But if you just layer it on slightly, it feels thick, almost like Carmex, but it doesn't feel, it has a little pull to it, but it doesn't feel sticky like you're not getting in the mouth or anything like that. So that's that color. And I have to say, I'm slightly shocked because it does not necessarily look like this. I mean, I guess it does. I just guess I thought it would be a little brighter, but I really do like it. And I'm actually kind of glad maybe that's not quite as bright because it makes it a little bit more wearable. So, all right. Really, really do like that. Okay, go ahead, Vonda. Let's go ahead and take this one off, shall we? Okay. The next color we have is the color Orchid. And again, same kind of packaging. And Orchid is very, very similar to Vonda. So Vonda had more, so this is Vonda. Vonda had more of kind of maybe like a pinkish hue to it. And then you really can tell with Orchid, Orchid has more of an orangey hue to it. So let's see what this one looks like and see if it gives us a little bit more of an orange feel to it. So again, same kind of stickiness. Oh yeah, I kind of see that orangey hue to it. These kind of smell like citrus, like a vanilla citrus to me. I love glosses because you can be haphazard with them. And as you guys know, that's how I like to put on my stuff, haphazardly. Don't like to have to be too perfect. So this is this one. And it might be just me. I'm trying to look at my viewfinder. But I kind of feel like Vonda and Orchid look super similar. Didn't you think so? So, at least on my skin tone and on my lips. So I don't necessarily know if you need to have both of them or if you can just have one. Now the last one is the one I'm probably going to end up wearing, and this is like a totally me color. And this is, again, same packaging. This is called Peace Lily. And this is this beautiful kind of nudie, pinky, beautiful gloss. It has some little sparkles in it. Ugh, just love it. This is just definitely a me color. I like how it is just very nudie, but has a little hint of sparkle. Again, they all have like the same citrusy type smell to it. But to me, put this on. Oh, see, now this one was giving a little of the oopie zoopies, and that's not what we want. So I don't know if it's because it has some sparkles. I don't know if it's because the third one we put on, even though we wiped these others off. But that one did give a little bit of the oopie zoopies. So again, I really do like these. I like the oils a little bit better because you don't have to deal with any of that at all. But you definitely don't want to apply this 2 and 3 times because you will get the oopie goopies. So let's make sure we don't have any. But I like this. This is easy peasy. Really like it. I think it's very, very pretty. Next, let's go to blushes because I don't have any blush on right now. I do have bronzer, contour, highlighter on, but no blush. Let me go ahead and kind of show you guys the blushes first. So the first one we have is called Starfruit. And again, just kind of the same sort of packaging. It just says Cheek View on it. And if you've never seen them, this is what they look like. So they don't have any kind of a pump or anything. They do look like this. I do know from the ones that I have that these do start to separate. So over time, you will get like a separation of the actual color and almost like a liquid. So I guess whatever the binding agent is with it, you can shake them back up and then you should be good to go. But definitely watch out for that. You kind of just undo it like this. They do have the little silver, little kind of tinfoil, I guess, over it just to keep it nice and clean. And then what you're going to do here is you're going to squeeze. And you really just, like, that's all you need. You just don't need a lot at all. I don't know why I'm just feeling so itchy. I don't know. It's like once it starts, you can't stop. And like I said, this is what, Starfruit. So I'm trying to see if there's something that I can have to brush it out, but I guess not. So this is Starfruit, and they are very pigmented and kind of, they feel slightly oily. But I have put them on over powder, and they haven't like pulled up any of my foundation or anything like that. But this is why they do separate if you leave them kind of sitting. The next one we have is Hibiscus, and this one is a little bit more orange. Now, I really do like these because, like I said, you don't need a lot. These are really pretty. I also think if you're doing a no makeup look where you're not really putting on maybe full foundation, or maybe you're doing like a serum foundation, kind of like a Fenty or something like that, or skin tint or something, those are really nice. So Hibiscus, you can already see, is much more vibrant than our first one. So that's that. I really do actually like that color. And our next one is going to be Passion Flower. And this is Passion Flower. Passion Flower is the deepest. I really like these two because I feel like, unlike powder blushes, I feel like these give you more of a wide range of skin tones that can work with these. Where powders, I feel like sometimes those, you don't really have quite the variety. So you can see that one's a little bit deeper. And there you have it. There are all three of the serum blushes right there. And I think that we are going to go ahead and go with Hibiscus, which is the brightest one that we saw. Just because, why not? Why not just go with it? And I am going to use my Luxie 514 blush brush. Now, this does look big, and it is. But this is the one I like to use best with the serum blushes. So when I use this, what I do is I just take it and I just gently dab some of the serum blush on here. Because you don't need a lot. So that's what it looks like. It's not a ton. And I do just kind of dab on both sides of the cheeks. Because it is a little scary at first, because sometimes you're like, oh, Lord. Oh my gosh, this is so freaking pretty. Look at this already. And I like using this brush because I like to do a stippling motion with it before I kind of go in and start blending and buffing. I'm going to put just a little bit more. This is freaking pretty. Okay, so this Hibiscus. Now look at that. Now I have not blended it in, but just look at that beautiful flush it gives. That's why I really, really like these serum blushes. And now I'm going to do more of like a blending. Is because, unlike powder, I feel like they give you more of a flush and a sheen to the skin. So it really does look like you were just outside in the sun. Maybe you had a little jog. Maybe you were just sunbathing. Maybe you were planting some flowers. But it just looks very kind of natural. I feel like they're easy to blend in. Like I said, I have my full foundation on. I have powder on. But you see, it didn't move anything. It doesn't look patchy. It really just gives this nice glistening glow to the skin. And I think that they're beautiful. When you first put them on, again, they look very, very pigmented because they are. But I think because they're a serum, it's very nice for the skin because it is giving that natural flush. And the natural flush would be a little more intense than maybe what powder is. And with the powder blushes, you have to build them up on top of each other. And so they start looking like powder because they're powder. Where with the serum, I feel like it gives you that punch of color right away. And even when you build it up on itself, it never gets cakey. It never gets over powdery. It doesn't get any of those things. It just continues to look beautiful. I mean, just look at that. I mean, I think that just looks gorgeous. And like I said, I like to do the stippling motion and then just kind of like a light blush and blend back. But I think that definitely serum blushes are not necessarily for the faint of heart, but I think that they're perfect all year round. But I think definitely for summer, you can always go back in and you can just, like, I'm not even putting anything else on the brush. I'm just going back in and just, putting more where I feel like I want more at, and just kind of blending more out. But I think that it looks absolutely beautiful. I really, really, really love the Serum blushes. Like I said, I'm not afraid of mascara or blush. I love a good Tammy Faye, and I love a good dolled up, give me that rosy or rosé cheek. Really love it. And so I'm very, very much so into this, loving this vibe. So I would definitely say the Peace Lily lip gloss, the Hibiscus blush. Those so far are the two that I would say if you're going to get something, definitely get those. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to look at the liners. So again, like I said, the liners, they're beautiful. There's this one. There's this beautiful yellow, and then there's this deep green. So you have like a light green, like a lime green. You have a beautiful kind of mid-tone yellow, and then you have a deep green. These do look very similar to some other ones that they've come out with. Again, the packaging is absolutely beautiful because Colourpop is great with packaging. But they are starting to look, a little similar to things because what can you really do with liners? Let's be completely honest here. You can only go so far. And then you kind of have met the color range. But these are very, very smooth. And these are some of my favorite liners. So the first one that we have right here is going to be a glow. And a glow is this green, kind of very light. It was like a lime, kind of metallic-y green. And then we have the color Toucan Do It. That's cute. And that, of course, is this yellow, which actually is like a goldy yellow when you actually put it on your hand. And then the next one is going to be Canopy. And Canopy is this beautiful deep green, and I really do like that. So they're very pretty, but again, there's only so much you can really do with liners. So we did those first because what we're going to do, and again, my God, like I look and there's nothing there, but it feels like there is. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get into the eyeshadow palette. So this is what the unicorn looks like. Beautiful. And then it does have the names on the back. I'm looking to see if anything indicates that it's not eye safe. And I don't see anything sticking out to me. It says it's a pressed powder palette, not an eyeshadow palette. So it may mean that they're all not eye safe. But again, nothing sticks out to me. Nothing that I'm reading just says it right away. So definitely take caution and look on the website when it drops, just to make sure before you purchase it if in fact you do have sensitive eyes. Because like I said, nothing is asterisked or anything like that. This is the actual palette. I mean, just get into this. Don't you love it? Now let's look at the inside. Look at this and look at the palette. Oh my goodness. Can you even believe it? It does have the shadow names on there. But look at this color story. This is just so pretty. I feel like these are the colors people want from Colourpop. You have some neutrals in here. You have these beautiful, beautiful metallics. So you really have these vibrant blues and greens, these oranges. This, I think, is what people want from Colourpop. And so I think that they're definitely giving the people what they want with this launch, considering that, let's be real, they kind of sort of have a lot of launches. So everything starts to feel kind of the same after a while. And so I think that it's nice when they can give us something that feels a little more special than just their average launch. And I think that this feels a little bit more special than just their average launch. So everything is already prepped and primed. You guys know what we do. We do the NYX Proof It. So we already have that going. So what we're going to do is we're going to just... You know what? We're going to jump right in. And we're going to go right into Guava. And Guava is this color right here. So this is kind of like that reddy, kind of... I don't want to say brick color, but kind of a brownie red, like deep kind of brownie red. And we're just going to do kind of like a simple eye look, but I want to try to make it be, colorful, a little tropical. And this, I think, is really pretty. I think it definitely went on pigmented. But I also think that it went on smooth. And I think that it is a really, really nice, pretty color. And I'm sure you could build that up more if you want to. But I don't want to build that up really too much in this moment. We'll kind of see as we go through if we want to build it up anymore. But this is a very, very smooth shade. It's not getting caught up on anything. Really, really like that. So very smooth, very nice. Colourpop really does come out with, like, if we're lucky, just one drop a week. If it's one of their normal weeks, then really you're kind of looking at 2, sometimes even 3 drops a week. I mean, Colourpop just, I guess that's what happens when you can make your own items. They just really let them fly. So I really like that color. I think it's very pretty. That is so nice. I really love it with this, like, very vibrant cheek color. Really, really like it. So now I'm going to go in, and I think that I'm going to, let's go with a little bit of a different style of brush. So I want to do my Wing Gloss number 6, which is a little bit different, because now I want to go in with some color. So now we're going to go in with On the Prowl. And On the Prowl is this very green color right here. And for this, I want to go into the actual kind of crease. We're going to see it. I do not know how this is going to look, so we're going to see, and we're just going to have to do it to it. So I want to be kind of slightly careful, because these can also be colors that tend to be a little patchy, colors that can muddy together. So I mean, this is just one swipe, and I think that it is giving us some nice vibrant color, so I do like it. I think that this would be nice to do a cut crease with. That's not my journey today per se, but I think that that could be really nice. And we're just kind of building this up, building up the vibrancy, and I think that this looks really, really, really pretty. I really, really like that, considering we had no idea what we were going to do before going into this palette. And when you look at it, the colors are beautiful, but to be quite honest with you, looking at it, it's kind of like, ooh, what do I do with these colors, though? You know, like, they're pretty, but kind of what kind of eye look do I do? Especially if you're somebody who doesn't really wear a ton of color, it can look beautiful, but it can feel slightly unwearable. Again, hairs from the brushes. It's so freaking annoying. So, yeah, let's see. So I really, really do like this color. It's a lot. It's definitely, I think that you have to kind of, we're going to go back into Guava, and we're going to go kind of over the edges of this again. I definitely think that you have to be comfortable and confident with color, because I think that this is definitely going to give it to you. And I think that if you're not, that this could be a very uncomfortable palette. A beautiful but uncomfortable palette to have, because I don't know how much use you would necessarily get out of it, unless maybe you paired it with a more neutral palette and just use this for pops of color, which I think a lot of people do. They have palettes that they just use for pops of color, and I think that is totally fine. You have to use palettes the way that they best suit and fit your life, and that's not going to be the same for everybody, you know? Okay, so we have that together. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go into our tried and true Jaclyn Hill brush, and we're just going to blend, just to kind of make things be a little smoother. Smooth things out a bit and kind of see where we're at, see where we want to go. Okay, so let's go ahead and, sometimes it's just so hard. So we're going to take the brush that we just had that green on, and what I want to do since I'm here is I just want to kind of do my brow bone. And for the brow bone, we're going to go in with the color Echo, simply because it's really the only color in the palette that really seems suited to be a brow bone color. It's kind of like a peachy, almost like a Makeup Geek peach smoothie type color. I think that that's nice. Now, what I can say is I think that if you are somebody who really loves a cut crease, really is talented in that area, I can see this giving you a true, like, vibrant, almost like carnival type look that is just beautiful and gorgeous. Um, that's not really my vibe that I do on a regular basis. I'm really just not a pro at that. But that's okay. Now what we're going to do is we are going to go in with shimmers. And I think that what we're going to do is we're going to use our fingers. And I think I just want to go in with a bright green. I think we just want to go in with Pom Pom, which just is very, very bright green right here. I was just going to do this in the corner, but I think I just want to, I mean, look at that. I think I just want to give it to my whole eye and see how this looks. This is such a pretty, pretty color. Oh my gosh. This is gorgeous. As you guys know, I do go up into my crease because I do have these lovely God-given hooded eyes, dear. Oh my gosh. Look at, I mean, just look at how beautiful that color is. This is a color that if I did singles, I would totally get this in a single, or I would depot this to be a single because this is absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Really, really liking this color a freaking lot. It's just so vibrant, so bright. I think that this is probably my favorite color in the entire palette just because it is so vibrant and bright and it's soft, but it's not like mushy soft. So I like that it's able to kind of give you that pow pow without needing to wet it because I do not love to wet my brushes at all. I think that just causes hard pan and weirdness. So I don't like to do that. So I like to just use my finger, which I've just recently gotten into that because I used to not like to use my finger either. But the finger is fine. But wetting the brushes, I am not necessarily into. So I really, really, really like how that is looking. So we're now going to see kind of what we want to do on the inner third and kind of what we want to do in the outer V of it. So let's take a second and let's noodle on that. Let's see with how this is going to go. Okay. So I think what we're going to do in the inner part of the eye is I was going to do this one called Juicy, which is this kind of blue-green. But I also, you know what? No, I'm going to do that. That's what we're going to do. We're going to use the color Juicy because it's like, you know what? Let's just do the blue-greens. Why not? This is packing on nicely. So let's go in here. Ooh, you see that? Oh my. Guys, look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, guys. Oh, wow. Juicy is a beautiful. Look at that. Wow. Beautiful color, beautiful gradient. Wow, that is, I'm really, really impressed. And this is with a brush. This isn't even with my finger. I'm very, very, very impressed by this color. A lot. This is very nice. Okay, so this palette is really giving it to me. Colourpop did a good job on this palette. I really do like Colourpop in general. Sometimes they do have some misses, and sometimes they just have things like this that just really blow it out of the water, that even surpass the expectation that you have for them, generally speaking, considering that they are a good brand. I mean, just look at that. And that's not even like blended or anything. That's just us kind of laying down the color. Okay, that is really, really, really nice. Perfect. And then, what do we want to do? In the outer, I don't know if I want to do a brown or if I want to do a blue. You know, I kind of feel like we're here, and I kind of feel like this could totally backfire on me and mess up this entire look. But I feel like since we're here, we might as well do a blue maybe. All right, let's just do it. We're going to do Monsoon, and Monsoon is this color. And that's what we're going to do in our outer V. And like I said, this could mess up absolutely everything. Ooh, that's beautiful. But we're here. We're going to do it. Why not? I'm trying to go lightly, but this is very, very, very pigmented. So, even with a light hand, we are getting it. And like I said, when I do my outer corner, I like to just place the shadow down, and then I'll go back and I'll blend it out. But I want to kind of see what I'm working with as far as color pigmentation and whatnot and what have you first. But this is gorgeous. This is just downright beautiful. Oh my gosh. Whoo, this is giving me life right now. And I am blues. I like greens as far as like the vibrant lime greens, but blues really are not my thing per se. So I'm actually very shocked that I'm enjoying this much. But now we're just going to go back and we're just going to blend this in. Kind of do what we do to make sure we have some smooth transitions and really just get to where you want it to. Some people don't want to do a lot of blending. Some people like it to look a little more haphazard or blunt. Some people like it to look a little more crisp, and they like to have like these very crisp lines for it. It really just depends on what you want personally. Because makeup has made up rules, but really you can do whatever it is that you want to. Now I'm just taking the sponge, I'm just kind of coming a little bit in the corner, because when we were blending the green out, or I should say the blue out, in the corner, it did get slightly a little messy, and like over here it came slightly down a little further than I would have liked right here on my face. So for that, I'm going to probably need to go into my foundation brush a little bit and try to go over this a little, because it did get just slightly messy right there. So that kind of can become a little bit of a problem too when you're blending out colors like that, is they can go slightly down. That's okay, because I feel like we got it decently picked up. But very, very pretty. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go back into our Jaclyn Hill brush, and now we're going to just make sure everything up here is blended. All of our shimmers kind of smooth here on top. Make sure everything's kind of just coming together the way that we want it to before we work on the liner, before we work on the bottom lash, before we work on the inner corner, things of that nature. So make sure we have everything where we want it to be, and I think that we do. And that is just, to me, it's just so freaking pretty. So let's see. So since we have this, I feel like we should do the deep canopy liner. I think we should put that on the top. So we're just going to roll up a little bit, and we're just going to take this. We're going to go right here on the top and see how this looks with this beautiful eye look. I mean, this is so freaking pretty. I would not have imagined it would have come out like this, but ooh, I like that liner. It's not as deep as black, but it is such a statement, and it doesn't take anything away from the shadow. That's the thing. Sometimes if you put a black liner on, it's nice, but it almost anchors the shadow too much, and it starts to take away from the shadow. And that certainly is not what we want at all. Very, very nice. Ooh, I just love it. I love gel liners because you can go a little wider um, with the liner, and it looks good because it almost looks like it's a like another layer to the shadow. Where with liquid liner, you really can't do that. Guys, this is it. This is very, very beautiful. Okay, so underneath, because I want to use the other two liners. Um, hmm. Let's let's work on the bottom lash line first. So, let's go in with. Okay, we're gonna go with Eden. And Eden is just this dark brown color right here. I think that's what we're gonna go in with. Because I don't want it to, again, I don't want to put the blues and stuff at the bottom and then have it get almost like you were injured. Because that's what will start happening. Is it will start staining the face. It will not look cohesive anymore, and we definitely don't want that. So let's just use a nice natural color to ground it. Let's take our brush right here and let's just kind of buff this out a bit. This look though is so freaking pretty. I'm so happy with this look. This is really a nice, nice, nice summer collection. Okay, so see we have like this where it's not too much, but it's like just enough. Very good. Okay, so now let's get into these liners. So in the inner, we're going to use the yellow, and the yellow was Two Can Do It. And we're going to line the inner third just to make it be nice and bright. Brighten up that inner part of the eye. Oh, such a pretty, pretty color. It's so pretty because it's like a mid-tone yellow with like a mid-tone gold with it. I mean, it's just such a pretty, pretty color. And then the outer part, we're going to go in with the was it a glow, and this is kind of the brighter green, and this is what we're going to do. So we can use all the liners and really, really live our best paradise fantasy over here. Because this is absolutely gorgeous. Are you freaking kidding me right now? Let's do a little more. Slightly a little bit more of the yellow. Oh my goodness, are you freaking kidding me? Okay, now last but not least, we're going to go with the inner corner. And the inner corner, I think that we have to do, it's Paradise, because it's just this beautiful kind of gold. But it's a yellow gold instead of a true gold, and I think that that's what we need. I usually don't do these where it kind of just looks like a glitter booger, but I think I don't want to touch any of the other colors, so today we are going glitter booger style. Oh my goodness, and this is, wow. Wow, 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 Colourpop. You guys did it with this one. This is better than I could have ever expected. I'm so happy that I got this in PR because this is beautiful, and I would have purchased it anyway, but I wouldn't have known all the pieces that I liked. I probably would have just gotten the shadow, but this is absolutely, I feel like I just want to be in my element right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do mascara, possibly put on a little bit of the lash, and then we're going to come back, we're going to chat, we're going to talk about it, we're going to see what our thoughts are. So give me 2.2 and I will be right back with you, and we will have a little discussiones. Alright, so I will be right back. Okay guys, we are back, and I went ahead and I used my Maybelline, my Sky High mascara, which if you guys have been watching me, you know this has become my new favorite, my new ride or die. I was going to put on some lashes, and I'm telling you, this look has me thinking I'm somebody else, because I was looking through my lashes and I was like, you only have demi wispies. So literally the length that the mascara made my eyelashes be were the length of the lashes. And they weren't thick because I don't have any dramatic lashes. I don't know who I think I am with this look on. Like, I have these fun lashes and I don't. I have demi wispies. I have ones that look exactly like my lashes. So I just went ahead, did the mascara, lengthened them out. Let me just go ahead and give you guys a little something. Look at that, guys. Get into this eye look. So I went ahead, I did the lengthening, put some on my bottom lashes, and that's that. So let's talk about the collection, shall we? First off, I think absolutely you may think that you have enough Colourpop eyeshadow palettes, and I'm sure you do, but get into this palette. So if you're going to spend, I mean, this palette's probably going to be $10, $12, maybe $14, somewhere between 10 and 14. If you have that to part with, get the palette. I don't think you're going to be disappointed at all. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous color palette, and we used On the Prowl, Monsoon, Eden, Juicy, Pom Pom, It's Paradise, and Guava. So, what, 4, 5, 6, 7? We use 7 shades out of a 3, 6, 9, 12 pan palette. So, a 12 pan palette, we use that many shades. I think that this is just a gorgeous, I mean, look at this eye look. This is a gorgeous palette. So, if you have the extra coinage to spend, absolutely, I would say get into the palette. Of the lip glosses, now again, I like the lip oils more than I like the lip glosses, but we're talking about glosses here right now. Of the lip glosses, I personally would go with Peace Lily, and that is because I think that this is the one that is the most neutral, and I think it's the one that you can wear with anything. I honestly think that in many ways the glosses really look a lot like each other. They don't look too different, but I think of the 3 of them, this is the one I think that you can wear with the most things. The other 2 I think look very similar to each other, and I don't necessarily think they look a lot like they do inside of the bottle. So if you're going to get one, I'd say get the Peace Lily. The cheeks, now like I said, I really love this formula. I love the serum. I would get hibiscus. I think hibiscus is very nice. It's bright, it's beautiful, especially if you have a complexion that's mine or even deeper. I think this is going to be really, really nice. Gives you almost like that orangey coral glow. I think it just really suits this look, and I think it really suits my skin tone. Really, really like that one. And to be quite honest with you, last but definitely not least, I didn't think I would say this, but I would get into these liners. Now, I know at the beginning I said, how much work can you do with liners? We're kind of brinking on things we've already done, but these were good. This dark one was beautiful for the top, and these 2 were beautiful in the waterline, so I'm just going to say it. I'm going to eat my own words and say get into these liners. I think that they are definitely beautiful, beautiful liners. So those are my thoughts on the collection. Like I said, I have a ton of Colourpop. And oftentimes it can feel like you don't need any more Colourpop. You just don't. Things look the same. How much more can they really do? But this collection, especially the things I mentioned, I think are key things, especially for the summertime, especially after being indoors for like the last year and a half. I think that this is just a vibe. I'm feeling a vibe. Like I said, I didn't even know who I was. Like, I thought I had lashes that could like do the thing, and I realized what I have are like very quote unquote work appropriate lashes. I don't have any fun lashes. I don't have any like give it to me lashes. And now I realize I need to get some because this look has me feeling like I'm somebody else, because this is beautiful. I never would have thought that the colors we used would have gone together so perfectly, but they really did. I don't think anything muddied. I think everything blended so nicely, and this is just a gorgeous, gorgeous look. So I don't have anywhere to go, but it's still daylight, so I'm about ready to go outside. I'm going to go in my backyard. I'm going to sit in my Anne Arundel chair, and I'm just going to do me and chill because this look is it. I love it. I'm excited. I'm so glad to have this collection, and I hope that you guys go ahead and you pick it up today. If you want to pick it up, let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comment section down below. If you end up picking it up, come on back. Let me know what you think about it when you do get it, or let me know that you got it. If you got it in PR or when you get it, you do a look, come back here, let me know so I can come check out your look, because I really want to see what you guys create. And let me know what you think about this look. Do you like this look? Did you think it was going to come out the way it did? Did you think we were going into some wonky territory at the beginning? Because I'm not going to lie, I did. I was like, ooh, it's feeling a little wonky up in here. It's like, ooh, Lord, I don't know how we're moving right now. But it really came together, and it just gave me life. So I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. I thank you so much for watching me. If you enjoyed this video, please give me 2 very enthusiastic thumbs up. Not 1, but 2. If you have not already, please hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you can be notified of all my new videos. If you haven't already, head on over to Instagram, follow me at Londyn Brielle, because you would have already seen the little post about this collection, and you've already known what was coming to the channel, and what was coming to Colourpop. So follow me over there so you can see what I do when I'm not here on the YouTube with you. Guys, I always appreciate you spending time with me. I thank you. I love you. I hope that you enjoy your day. I hope that it's fantastic. I hope that it is abundantly blessful for you. And guys, until next time, I love you. I miss you. And I will see you on the flip side. I love you guys. Bye.